Welcome back. So some of you may have noticed the doubled length of this video, and you see, I've been ending every single video with a save point. And well, to those who know, after this point, there are no save points. So it just it didn't feel proper to end this game, to end a part without a save point.
So you just finished the whole game in this part?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, I guess, you know what, that's fair. I'll take it. You know what, me personally, I do like when the last part is a little bit longer. So.
I do too, it feels fitting. And you know what, it's also fitting too, because this is basically my favorite section I have played of this so far. My goodness, starting from here on forward, I was loving every second of it. Outside of one little thing we'll get to towards the end.
Yeah. It's this is where we're gonna. Yeah, we got the queen. This is the part I was giving you shit for not showing at the end of last part, but it's fine.
Well, there was a save point here.
Yes, but you know, you could have saved again after.
I can't.
I guess you're right. You're right.
There are no save points.
See, my brain was thinking you could just use the same save point.
All right. Well, we're about to end anyway, so I hope you guys are ready for the 40-minute credit sequence. It's ridiculous.
This is not the end of the game yet. We still got a whole couple of sections to get through before the end. It's fine. And this part of the game is peak. We're escaping. Let's go. Oh.
You know, I thought about this as I was recording, but I wonder what happens if you just leave Yorda and just keep running across the bridge.
I wonder if it just doesn't activate.
I wonder if it does activate, but you die because she's not nearby.
Oh.
Or if she just pops into existence where she needs to be.
Yeah, the cutscene will start playing and she'll just be like right there. Yorda, you can't be fucking around right now. Come on.
Yeah, so activating this bridge definitely took a toll on her.
Yeah. And
but
there's some kind of
the castle
force.
won't let her leave.
Yeah, there's some kind of force keeping her here. She's gone Ultra Instinct.
I wonder if creatures of light and darkness just aren't allowed to leave. As if that's what it is.
Well, it's implied that... Oh, nice. Love
now,
that
I'm sure it'll replace it with the stick if you have this stick.
Yeah. I love this moment because literally the entire game leading up to this point, you're doing this for Yorda, and she tries to do the same for you. And she's doing her best.
I am amazed she got this high. Like,
Yeah,
she was actually going to get you up. Like, my goodness.
But then magical darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I love how the queen appears there at the end.
Yeah, I love that.
I think, though, she purposefully let go.
You think so?
Because anytime the darkness absorbs the player, or Ico himself, it's an instant game over.
Well, she's like the queen's daughter or something. I don't know. She's got like the same magical properties.
Right, but she's light instead of that darkness.
Well, okay, so just to get some like lore explanations for this. So the horned children, the horned boys that she's basically gathering at this castle, they have the horns, and that signifies that there's a latent darkness within them.
Okay, did you see that?
Yes, you snapped.
You like, yeah.
That was scary.
I was so nervous making that jump because I'm like, oh, where's this going to take me back to? And then you got to it, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What were you saying, though?
Yeah, so the horned children, they have like a latent darkness within them. It's sort of like
Right.
the implication is from like Shadow of the Colossus is that like Wander was like the first of the horned children, and
Right.
generations have gone by at this point, and they're just kind of they're more common, and the queen essentially like has her soldiers go out and like kidnap these horned children so that she can like absorb the darkness, and like I guess that gives her eternal life, but her like body is old already, so Yorda's effectively supposed to be her like replacement body that she's gonna take over at some point, and that's
So
why.
do you think the queen was once bright and luminescent like Yorda then at one point? Also, I
Uh,
love that cliff face in the rain. I was staring at it for a bit. That was so cool.
yeah. And to answer your question, I do think yes. Like when you look at her, like she's got like her face is visible. It's very bright. So like you can assume that if the darkness effect around her was gone, you would be able to see the rest of her body is like as bright like Yorda's. But yeah, this section is gorgeous, like the rest of the game. you know, I run out of ways to say that this game is fucking breathtaking, but you know, it's fine. I love it.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. And this is the kind of section I think I wanted the rest of the game to kind of take the form of, was traveling around in these kind of puzzle box sections. But because I think a lot of it's designed to have you with Yorda, and you have to, kind of manage her and get her around as well, as what kind of hurt it for me. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Or maybe it's just one of those things. I'll play this game literally anytime after this and probably have a much easier time.
Well,
I think this is the first playthrough syndrome to like the max.
that's like the problem with running a YouTube channel with you is that when you play video games, you like to take your damn time with them, and you can't really do that sometimes when you record games on this channel. I do think that you not being able to do that hurts your experience with these games. It kind of hurt both of our experience with like Sonic Superstars and the Final Horizon, for the Sonic example for the video, because
I think it only hurt my experience with Superstars is because it forced me to have to play the rest of the Trips campaign, whereas before I would have just not played it.
yeah,
And I would have been a happier man.
and you know what? It's like the same kind of principle I'm getting at with this. You know, I think you probably would, if you could play this how you normally play video games, and you could take your
I'd
time
never
with
finish
it.
it.
Yeah, you would probably play it once and then never touch it again because it's something that I like.
No, I played it for 3 sessions and then stopped playing it.
That's more than
Like, you remember that first section where you get the sword?
yeah.
That's where I made it to my first playthrough.
I just don't understand you. Here I am trying to make like this explanation, and then I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm wrong every time. But
It isn't so much I like to take my time with games. It's more I am terrible at committing to games. And that's why it's actually a benefit that I play this for the channel and not a hard, because I actually force myself to finish it.
well, then good. I'm glad I made you do this.
Yeah, you should be. This is a very good game. I was going to save this for my final thoughts, but like, since we're just talking about it already, like, yeah, I love this by the end.
I
I get frustrated in the moment, but overall, fantastic, and especially this whole ending section did a lot for me.
yeah, this ending section, it's very Ueda. I think all 3 of his games have this sort of, you get separated from your companion for the last part of the game, kind of thing going on. Less so Last Guardian. I think you're with Trico that whole game. I think maybe there's like a section where you're not because, I don't know, he gets injured or something. But it's not like the end game thing like it is in this game and Shadow of the Colossus. And yeah, like the whole point of this game is the like companionship and like it's basically an escort mission video game. And you know, not everyone's gonna fuck with that. But you know, I think this game is better than any escort mission has ever been, so I'll take it.
Yeah. By the way, to give you an idea of what's going on through my head right now, is I am absolutely terrified of messing up in any way because I have no idea how far back the game's going to take me. Because I don't trust the checkpoints of this game.
Well,
so like every time you see me doing any form of platforming, I am like shaking.
well, if you fall here, you just have to redo the platforming section.
I think it auto takes you back to the last section you loaded in at. So it would be like this big water room.
Well, yeah, if you were to die, but I don't think if you fall, I don't think this room has any death points.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's not really
well, not just this
damage.
room, but like also the stuff after this. Just
yeah,
whole ending sequence.
Kind of makes you wish the whole game had that feature, huh?
Let's not talk about my woes with this game. Honestly, finishing this game makes me just want to jump right into Shadow of the Colossus.
You should.
It's like I understand the feeling of, man, I just want more. I want more so badly now.
You
maybe
absolutely
I'm due
should.
for a Shadow of the Colossus stream or something.
I would adore that. Also, you might. Well, it'd be good for me.
I have no idea what happened there.
He didn't grab on. I think you might have jumped.
I don't know
at
why
the
he
spiky
didn't.
part.
Maybe. What were you saying though?
I said I think you doing a Shadow of the Colossus stream would be really good for me, but I think it'd be less good for you. Because I think these games are much better experienced in isolation. So.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. Well, they put a nice.
I have seen the entirety of the game. To be fair.
That is true, but you did experience that as a commentary with my dumbass talking about it the whole time. So, you know.
I paid attention.
I'm not saying you didn't pay attention. I'm saying that you had distractions.
But anyways, I like this cog section.
Yeah, this section is pretty much just the straight platforming. Because
I think that's why I enjoyed it, because I think the straight platforming for Ico is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Outside of that one water wheel jump
that
we will not speak about.
Yeah, it's weirdly fucking precise. Yeah, there's not a lot
and
of...
filled with and it's filled with blocks that disappear.
Yeah, exactly. The I forget what those are called in Mega Man.
Just disappearing blocks.
There's not... What I was going to say is there's not a lot of, like, platformers that are, like, so naturally put together like this. So, yeah, I would like to see something that is like this, that is just pure platforming the entire time.
You know the closest thing I can think of that's like this?
What? Ooh.
Portal 2.
I mean, yeah, but the architecture of Aperture is very video gamey.
I'm talking about like a section that feels like this, where you're just, there's no puzzles or anything. You're just going through a long sequence of platforming that's relatively easy, but it's all about atmosphere and vibes. because this entire time you're just thinking about Yorda, and you're just trying to hurry and get through, and you're also
Yeah.
nervous because you don't have the ability to save and such. Honestly, I kind of wish they had a couch in this section.
But you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
use
but it
'cause
would
you were
remind you.
Oh. Yeah, I get it.
Like a good way to remind you, this is what you're fighting for, man. You want to sit at that couch again.
Yeah. I really would like a. Well, you know, you brought up Portal. People give Half-Life shit for its platforming, but I think it does a similar thing. Sometimes. Depends on the level, but.
Okay, you're gonna watch me walk really awkwardly along these pipes because I can't tell if there's a gap between the two pipes or not.
I think you can just walk freely.
So I'm like, you
on-
can. You 100% can, but I don't know that.
You look like you're about to walk off the right side.
I know. Dude, I'm so nervous right
And now you get the camera angle.
Yep.
But you're still unsure. Ooh. But yeah, I would really love like a full game that is like this sort of realistic platforming style that the Ueda games have with their controls. I say realistic, but all the characters can jump like 3 times their height, and you know it's weirdly
Have the upper
floaty.
body strength of
Yeah.
someone who's been training for American Ninja Warrior their entire
Yeah,
life.
but compare this to like Mario. This is pretty realistic compared to Mario. But I would love a game that's just all kinds of platforming like this in a very seamless and like realistic atmospheric kind of world.
You know what game that is?
What?
Assassin's Creed.
Is it linear? I thought it was open world.
The first game's pretty linear, I would say. There's
Okay,
like an
well, I want
open
it to
world,
be-
but like all that's filled with is just collectibles. So,
I want it
but
to
yeah,
be,
there's nothing quite like this. I get what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I want cool fantasy aesthetic, or like cool whatever kind of aesthetic this shit is.
Why are there no indie games like this?
Well, there are.
kind of
They're-
amazed.
They're just called. They're just 2D. It's like Limbo and shit.
I guess. And those are good games. It's just not the same.
Yeah. Plus, those still have like the puzzle solving aspect. I really want one that's just. I mean, it might get boring because
That
like,
ladder's a trap. Don't mess with it.
it would be just really cool if it was like kind of like a Souls like kind of world, but it's a platformer and like
Dark
It-
Souls is the platformer.
well no well, yes, but a more
The hardest
linear
platformer you've ever played.
a more linear point A point B platformer that's like in a seamless world, and like it has this more realistic physics style, but it's the Souls like part of it is like you kill like bosses and you get their abilities, so you get like more platforming options, sort of like Mega Man, but
More
better.
Metroidvania, yeah.
yeah. Oh, it snapped again. Game is being very generous to you today.
I know.
This is why you like this part.
It was offering a peace reference to me after the block incident.
It was like, hey, we'll bug the game in your favor now.
Yeah. Recognize this place? It's where we started. Or
Yep.
it's that opening cutscene. Which is really cool.
Yeah, and like even out this way, this is where all the boats come in to this place, and that's why there's, you know, boats and stuff here. It's kind of fucking great how everything connects together. It's one thing that like you don't get in like even The Last Guardian, which I would say has a very similarly connected feeling world that this game has, because just because the setting is like a massive
This is beautiful,
valley.
by the way.
Yes, it is.
I love that shot.
I love this place. I love.
That's so cinematic. I wonder what happens if you keep swimming out there, if you'll like drown eventually.
I have no clue. I don't even know if it would let you get into the water. I have no clue why this sword is just randomly here.
As in, maybe they put it back. Did they have it? Did they have it with them like on the boat when they came in, or maybe this is just where they grabbed it from?
I don't remember if they
Or maybe this
had
is
it.
the copy. If you lose the first one, you can get another one here. You can kind of get in the water.
Oh yeah, you can.
Honestly, I was a little afraid to get into the water because I'm like, this. I feel like this is a game that would shock you if you fell into the water with this.
See, that is I don't think so, because Ueda would have been like, "What's the point of that? Take it out." With his hashtag subtractive design.
What was the point of having an animation for Yorda getting pushed around by blocks? It's realism.
Well, because they can't just have her. Clip.
Why does this sword need a permanent electric effect on it?
Because that's what the sword is.
But Yorda also has that electricity power, and she's not electric.
Yeah, because it's inside of her spirit. This is a fucking inanimate object.
You're saying a sword can't have a spirit? Wow.
It can't. Caliburn is not real.
He's real to me, damn it. I was not expecting Caliburn.
It's Sonic
But
reference.
anyways, if I
too.
did split up the part, this is where it would have ended, and this would be awkward. So, here we are.
You ready for some sword swinging?
I think you mean, are you ready to cry?
Well, yeah, but are you ready to
Holy
also
shit.
swing your sword?
This upcoming area is chilling. And also, I got confused and didn't know what I was doing.
And this is where we also started the game. Oh my god. We're back.
Yeah.
Spent all that time escaping, and now we have to go back in to save Yorda.
Alright, so these shadow creatures look way closer to Ico than the other ones did.
Yeah. They're the other horned boys.
Yeah. This song is chilling. My goodness. I was not expecting it. And these ones are also just way worse at combat. They will never try to attack you. And I feel like they're just trying to crowd around to scare you. Because as soon as you look at them or start moving towards them, they will jump back.
They're kind of like cats. They're like curious. They're like, you look like us, but you're not.
Yeah, the Yorda being frozen there, these guys, the music, this whole area is so unsettling, and I loved it. I also couldn't figure out what to do. So each time you kill these guys, a statue in the room lights up. Though, curiously, all of them do, except for one, the one you broke in the beginning of the game, which I assume was supposed to be yours. So
Yeah.
it kind of brings up the question of, was the Queen's plan just about done with you? And was it even going to succeed, even if she managed to get Yorda because you left? Was she going to have all of the souls she needed? Which I thought was interesting to think about.
I always took it as you were like the last thing she needed to actually get what she wanted, and it just didn't end up happening because you accidentally, like, your thing fell over, which let you get out.
Yeah. Okay, so while I did praise this section, I'm also going to criticize it. It's not very clear that destroying these guys all at once is supposed to be what you're supposed to do. It felt like at a certain point they're just respawning infinitely. And also, they are so annoying to hit. I know that's the point. It's just one of those things where I feel like it could have been done a little better.
Yeah. I think it's
so
easier
it's like I wouldn't
if you just run out into the open more.
Yeah, I like the story implications, but as a gameplay, and kind of like the rest of the game, it's kind of had a little more work to it. Because yeah, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I mean, we're gonna have the like boss with the queen, but it's kind of like in a game. This,
What boss?
Well, it's like a pseudo boss.
There was no boss. I destroyed her as soon as I walked in. The cutscene didn't even play.
You cheated. But no, it's like in a game that's like so atmospheric, so quiet.
Okay, so now I've noticed the glowing statues, and I was like, well, maybe there's something up there I'm supposed to do. So now I'm gonna be running around for a bit trying to figure out what to do.
You just gotta murder things. You're like probably about halfway done.
I was gonna do a cut, but I didn't want to have any transitions here because how atmospheric it was. So you're gonna watch my dumbass run around for a bit.
A
You can still pull that; it doesn't do anything.
That does nothing. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying before I interrupted you?
I was just saying, in like you, I really like this because I'm just like the rest of the game. You really don't get anything like this in any other game. They're creating all of the emotion here with the music. What these creatures are doing, Yorda being petrified, it's all done without having like a cutscene being like, Yorda, no, and like, which, you know, every other fucking franchise would do. And this is just like the kind of shit you only really get with Ueda's games, and you know, games that have taken inspiration from it. Even something like the Souls games, which obviously took lots of inspiration from Ico and probably Shadow of the Colossus as well. They still have like lots and lots of dialogue, and that's good for those games. It's just, you know, a different kind of vibe, and you don't really get this kind of thing.
I would actually disagree with that. I think something like, I know you haven't played Dark Souls 1, and it's a little different than seeing it in a commentary, but like, I think getting to the Lord Gwyn boss fight for the first time is a moment as chilling as this for the exact same reasons. There's no intro cutscene for him. You simply walk into the room to go face the quote-unquote most powerful person in the world, and you get no cutscene. All you get is a dead-looking man slowly walking up to you with horrendously sad music playing.
Yeah.
So like, while Dark Souls has a lot of extra quote-unquote fluff to it compared to this, I would say a moment like that is just as impactful as something like this, or something in, like, say, Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, it's less like a moment thing and more so a game-wide kind of thing, if that makes sense. Because, you know, the Souls games have a lot more of those, like, just raw game elements, like NPCs with dialogue and side quests and shops to buy stuff in and everything that. It's kind of like you're just straight up interacting with the game as a whole differently. That's what I was more getting at. It definitely has like that kind of vibe to it in some sections, but I think because like you could theoretically enter that boss as an insanely
there's your broken one.
Yeah. You could theoretically enter that boss that you were talking about as an insanely overpowered character who has a shitty fucking make a character design, because you can do that in that game. You know, it would kind of sully that moment. But here, you're just getting like a raw emotional experience out of like the gameplay itself. And there's not.
I would say, yeah, and I'd say that's why even Shadow of the Colossus doesn't feel like a full successor to this game in that regard, because Shadow of the Colossus has a lot more gameplay fluff to it, has a lot more it's doing, you know?
Yeah.
It just adds to your point. There is never been another game quite like Ico
Mm-hmm.
in a 3D environment.
Yeah. I would say probably the only thing that comes close is The Last Guardian, but that still has its own kind of feel to it as well. So,
Yeah,
we are the queen. Let's
this
go.
is mine now.
I love this fucking throne. I love this room. It's so cold.
This scared the shit out of me. I jumped. I almost jumped out of my seat when she starts talking. Oh, like, holy shit. Where did you come from? Why weren't you there before?
God, she's so cool. The fucking queen in Ico is one of the coolest looking characters ever, I think.
Great design.
Yeah. And like, yeah, you can see like her white.
Yeah, she has the
appearance.
light, yeah.
But she's shrouded in darkness because she's using this to keep her immortality.
It's also interesting, she can speak Ika's language, but Yorda can't. Probably because she has to communicate with the outside world, I would imagine. So that's kind of an interesting detail as well. Yorda's only been inside the castle.
Yeah, Yorda's just kind of been kept prisoner here her whole life. So all she really knows is what is in the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of amazing that she just kind of goes with what Ico's doing. I guess she recognizes her life is shitty.
I also wonder if she also knows what's happening with the Horn boys and children, so she just wants to help him as well.
Or she knows that she's going to be...
Because she does help in her own way.
Yeah. Or she knows that she's going to be effectively murdered and replaced with her mother, question mark. See, that's the thing. I don't even know if it's like actually her daughter, because the story doesn't really tell you anything.
Okay,
about that.
so to talk about this fight real quick, I took a very, very long time to actually figure out what you're supposed to do here. Basically, each time you attack her, it knocks the sword away. You need to be holding the sword to repel that darkness. Or you need to be standing behind one of these statues.
Or you fucking die.
I did not know about the statues for a very, very long time. You need the statues for the final hit because of how far away the sword gets knocked away. But you're going to see, up until that final hit, I am never going to use the statues because I didn't know about them for these hits.
Speed run.
So,
Where's the sword? Where's the sword? Oh, dude.
so I was I was having an interesting time with this,
You should.
trying to get that last sword because you can get like within a foot or two of it. You are so close, but you just don't have enough time to do it. And the other important thing with those statues is you can move them.
Yeah, and there is a gameplay tell for you. They have the same kind of like effect that happens when Ico blocks with the sword.
Unfortunately, I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's like, at least you know now, it seems.
Yeah. Thank you, IGN.
Yeah, she knocks it way the fuck back. It's crazy that you only need it for the last hit, though. Run! Because I always use
cool idea, but like, guys, we needed a little more conveyance. Or at least I did, because I'm a dumbass.
It literally has the same visual effect. I genuinely don't
I know, it's on me. I'm a dumbass, but I'm going to complain.
They're also like...
Also,
nice.
fuck yeah. I love that. That's metal. Let's go, Ico.
She kind of just
He stabs her. Zero hesitation.
He also lost a horn at some point. I forget when that happened, but...
I think it was when he got knocked back.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get knocked back again and lose, spoiler alert, the other horn.
And then he's a normal boy who has weird nubs on the side of his head.
Yeah, 2 horns off his head that are grown.
Ah!
Ooh. And he's bleeding. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
I felt
yeah,
that.
the fucking horns are part of him. That shit would hurt.
Yeah, once you beat the queen, this is all the ending sequence now.
hmm
And my goodness, absolute cinema.
The I also want to say the queen sword in this is an unlockable in Shadow of the Colossus, and that's fucking rad.
That's awesome.
Which implies that that thing has existed since well before even Shadow of the Colossus, which happened well before this game. Because dark magic and shit has
It,
been like a thing in
if
the
we start
universe.
applying that, that means that world also has parachutes.
Yeah.
And lightsabers, if we include the secret weapon in this.
Yeah. Of course.
Anyway, Yorda has awoken, but she is fully shadow now.
What does it mean?
My guess, and this fits with my theory, that the beings of shadow and light, they're just not allowed to leave. Because I think what you saw was the castle still pulling her back, and I think now that, especially now that she's shadow, she fully knows she can't leave.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
But
also
at least now she's a lot stronger, and now she gets the full save on Ico.
Mm-hmm. I also think that because the queen was kind of prepping her to be like her new body, she was definitely like exposing her to like the darkness and like whatever else going on that kind of like messed up her. It's kind of like the reason why she can't leave, I guess. It's because she's like imbued with that magic.
I wonder if the darkness takes away your personality and soul, and that's why the queen never fully embraced it. So she was raising Yorda to become that pure being of darkness, and then she could move herself over. Because I wonder if what it was supposed to be going for.
It could be.
Because like none of those horned children who were darkness remember anything, but Yorda, maybe because of her strong bond with Ico, still has a bit left in her.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you can even see it in her design here, she has lost her form. Mostly just a base, almost androgynous human shape.
She kind of, it's not exactly, but she's kind of become the same as the shadow creatures. She doesn't have those like bright white eyes or whatever, but that's kind of what her form resembles, I guess.
So I've heard this song well before this game because it's iconic, but man, hearing it in game, oh, what an ending! I love this.
Yeah.
Like I said, this final area really tied the rest of the game together for me.
Mm-hmm. She's really banking on just the tides of fate taking you where you need to go.
Don't worry about that right now. We're not thinking about that.
I've
And there's their final line.
I've never actually played the game with her like dialogue subtitles translated. I should do that at some point.
I am tempted to turn on my PS3, finish my save file on there, so then I can play it again with her dialogue.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely like to play this game again, maybe in like a year or so.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely feeling the itch for it now after this playthrough.
Well, that's why I almost want to jump right into Shadow of the Colossus, because man, like you said, you just want more.
Yeah. I want to record The Last Guardian soon, but we got other stuff to do before then, so we'll get to
I want
it.
to play Project Robot.
I really want Project Robot so bad. Oh my god. Dude, the one clip of that we have that shows the character just kind of moving around. You can tell
He just climbs into a mech.
Yeah.
It looks so peak.
It like the physics of it too. It's like it resembles greatly the Ueda physics, but it just looks so smooth. Like he
I think we're
managed...
gonna have to watch it again after this part. So
Yeah. We'll just like tack on to the end of the episode a fucking reaction to the trailer.
no, we already have that in a live stream.
Yeah, we do. We do. But man, yeah, I'm very excited for that game. It could be like 10 years off, so who knows? Hopefully not, but yeah, I really need to play this again. I should probably play Shadow of the Colossus again too, because why not?
I think it's really funny. This starts with game design and the people who work directly on the game instead of the director. But even then, it still starts with Fumito Ueda. Because he's the game designer.
Yeah. He's everything.
And the lead animator.
He's fucking everything.
Apparently.
Background artists, I could marry you. All of you.
Yeah, this is there's a reason this is still a strong contender for games as an art form.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
and compared to every other game made by this team and Ueda, this is still the most pure art form of a game. Very little fluff to it. It is direct and to the point.
Yeah.
Definitely archaic because of the time it was made in. But definitely worth it if you power through it.
Yeah, and on the thing of games as an art form, that's something I just want to touch on because, like, yes, we have, like, the literal art that exists in video games, that is the graphics, the textures, the music, etc., the sound design. I would argue that there's an art form that no one ever really talks about, and that is game design itself. And how everything, all the varying elements of a game come together as one, I think is like a beautiful thing to study and understand. In the same way that like understanding different painting types and like strategies and whatnot, or music theory, that kind of thing. It's yeah, I don't know. It's you don't really, other forms of media don't have to necessarily put together as many disparaging art forms into one as video games do. And you know, when it all comes together, it's like a beautiful, beautiful thing. But everyone always only talks about the individual parts. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think this game is an excellent example of just everything kind of fitting together perfectly. I want to say perfectly, even though it's not a perfect game. No game is perfect, but you know, that's just how I feel about Ueda's design as a whole, to be honest.
This is the kind of game that makes me say, move over Zelda Ocarina of Time. Someone's done it better.
Yeah. For me personally, yes.
And you know what? Eiji Aonuma agreed. And we got Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. God. And that's not to say that your game needs to be this, you know, emotional kind of like realistic physics and like environments, like kind of video game with a bunch of atmosphere or anything. I think game design is just as important in every game, whether it's a more cartoony platformer type of thing, or a kart racer, or shooter, anything like that. I think
I get the same level of emotional response from this game as I do with Mech Assault.
Yeah.
And Mech Assault's the complete opposite of this game in every way possible.
Yeah, and it's like no game has to be made in a certain way. You can make games however you want. And I think that is part of the beauty of it, because you can just have so many different things going on, and every single game you've ever played is different in some way than another, you know. And it's like I said, it's just like any art piece. It's it's just kind of beautiful in my opinion. And
Also, they beat Marvel for the extra credit scene.
they did.
Actually, Final Fantasy VII beat even these guys, but
I love playable after credits in video games. And
this is wow, this is gorgeous.
Finally in a place that is free of the shackles of the castle for the first time.
There is absolutely no darkness here, other than the shadow at your side.
We are on a beach, and you know what? Arriving on a beach kind of signifies endless possibilities in life. This is just the beginning.
It's unfortunate that once you play Shadow of the Colossus, you realize this is the land where it all started. So that has some interesting implications in hindsight. But you know what? We're not talking about Shadow of the Colossus. We're talking about this game. And in this game, this is beautiful.
Yeah, this is like the Ouroboros moment. If I could speak. The Ouroboros moment.
Yeah. And it is also the moment that gives you a little bit of hope that maybe Yorda did get a happy ending.
It's like the same thing with
because here she is, and she's also has no light. Ico's lost his horns. She doesn't have that light surrounding her. She looks normal.
Her hair is back to being the more gray color, more grayish brown, and she's here. Whether or not this ending sequence is more of a dream or not is something that Ueda specifically left up to interpretation.
And you know what? I'm an optimist. That's Yorda. She's alive.
And we're all good. It's like
damn
the ending...
it, she's alive. She's not dead, guys. She's not dead.
It's like the ending of Shadow of the Colossus, where
also now we're allowed to end the game.
Yeah, we gotta have the save music one last time.
We're allowed to end now.
Yeah, but it is like the ending of Shadow of the Colossus, where it, Wander's girlfriend, she wakes up and her and Aggro
sister, I don't know,
whatever. She wakes up. Aggro comes back, and they find their way up to like the Garden of Eden, essentially, and life starts to bloom back in the Forbidden Lands. So, I won't say what the ending of Last Guardian is, but it ends on a similar note, of course. But I'm doing the outro like it's fucking my game, so you can go.
I mean, I kind of already said my final thoughts on what I thought of this game well before this ending. I think you kind of gotten your final thoughts out of the way as well. So I guess with that, as always, thank you for watching another commentary here at Crazy Jelly Commentaries. We'll be back again, obviously, at our next upload time, or whatever commentary you decide to watch after this. And yeah, that wraps it up. I hope we'll see you there. Bye-bye.
See ya.